Hey, this is Eddie Olczyk. You're listening to Empty Betters with Nick, Mac, and Harrison.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to episode 132, I think, of Empty Betters. I'm your host, Harrison Scholes. I'm going to toss it across the screen to my co-host, Nick Manella. What's going on, buddy?
Cheers. The Colorado Avalanche have won the Stanley Cup, gentlemen.
Oh, fitting song. Now I hear it. Yeah, I didn't hear it at first. Wow. I really hope you guys got YouTube up. You're in for a hell of an episode. If you don't know, you should. Trust me. We're recording this fresh off the Avs Cup win. We're gonna do a whole little season recap, real tiny one here. Do a more extensive one next week. But I'm gonna toss it across the screen to my other co-host, Mac Vogel, up in Wisco. What's going on, buddy?
How we doing? Yeah, big bucket energy. If you're not watching on YouTube, first of all, why not? Second of all, we are all wearing helmets. The only representation we don't have right now is the fishbowl, as Harry mentioned. I'm rocking the no nothing. Harry's got the visor, and Mr. Manella with the cage here. So it should be a fun one. I'm sad that the season's over, but I'm excited to recap it and excited to talk about a lot of things this episode. Let's get over to our other guest for the evening, our intern, Jackson Gross. What's up, man?
Not much. And can't believe the season's already over. To celebrate not only the season being over, but of the four of us, the only one to pick the Avalanche. I have my replica Stanley Cup here. I got a little bit of water.
Nice.
So
There we
we're
go.
gonna go ahead and take a celebratory sip of being right.
I think Bo Byram could have used a little bit of that yesterday too.
I'm sure he could have.
Yeah.
Some of those post game views were quite the scene. But Jackson, I give you props, man. We're the three quote unquote experts here. He was the one who took the Avalanche, went against the grain, taking the 3-time champs. So congrats to you. Before we get rolling here, I don't know, if you guys have heard, if you follow us on social media, then you probably know we've started up a new series on YouTube called the Overtime Report. Basically what we do is it's literally like a mini podcast. It's 10 minutes. We talk about hockey. We make our bets. We give out our predictions. There's a timer on the screen. Always 10 minutes, never more, never less. That's a new series that we're going to be implementing for the rest of the season. Next year, we wanted to try it out during the Cup Final. Seems like the reviews have been great and we've had a lot of fun with it. So go subscribe to our YouTube channel now if you haven't already and be on the lookout for more of those next year. Before we go into full Cup recap mode, just a reminder that this episode is brought to you by Brackish Life. If you're like us and grew up in the water and outdoors, then Brackish Life is perfect for you. They have a wide selection of gear from UV shirts to hoodies and hats. It's Real Bay apparel made by Real Bay people. Head to www.brackish.life today to check them out. A little salty, a little fresh, Brackish Life. I also did not have the ad read pulled up in front of me. I pulled up the wrong document.
So that was pretty good.
Yeah, I really sold that one. But I'm going to toss it off to Nick for the Cup recap.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get into the Cup recap here. Wait, Mac, I think you had a question of the day. Do you want to talk about dessert?
We could talk about dessert. The only other thing.
Do you want to do it at the end?
Let's talk about dessert at the end, but the sub question I thought of was bucket energy or Bucky energy. I'm curious, everyone on this show, all four of us, who do you think, do you think that we emanate like fishbowl energy, cage energy, just visor energy, or like the goon, what I'm rocking right now, like the goon style?
In a weird
no
way,
nothing.
Mac, I think if you dropped a tooth, this would be complete. Your look right now would just be complete.
Well, the only time I've ever actually worn this bucket, for any sort of game was for when I was playing pond hockey in Wisconsin over the winter. I was rocking this because you have to wear some kind of helmet, but I was like, fuck it. If they're we're shooting at these little nets on the ice, no one's really ripping it up high. So I was like, I'm comfortable wearing just the bucket for that. But men's league, I always go Cage.
You look like you're in your natural habitat. I'm not gonna lie. Like you look completely normal right now.
I mean, I wish I had enough balls to rock this during men's league, but it's just not worth it.
No.
It feels great just having nothing on the front, but
Yeah, no. Did you have braces as like a kid? Yeah, it's not worth the bill after all that.
exactly. Yeah,
That's always the argument. No, I think this is a no visor podcast. If I was an honest betting man, so
My nose is already damaged enough, so any knocks to that is just an improvement.
Who out of the four of us is the most likely to rock the fishbowl? I feel like I get fishbowl energy from Nick.
yeah, I do too.
I wouldn't hate it, but like I know that's like a low key chirp, so I'll eat it a little bit.
Spaceman. I used to call him Spaceman. Anytime I played against somebody, just Spaceman or the old unroll your window.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Nick, you love like fish and aquatic stuff, so I feel like that would fit.
That's
well.
true.
Yeah, there
That
we
does
go.
fit.
Maybe I
Big
could put
enough
like a
scuba
fish
gear.
sticker on the inside too. You know, a little 2-for-1.
He's like a scuba diver with the whole like
Yeah.
mask on, you know?
Yeah.
Show
Yeah,
up
I
to
dig
like hockey with like scuba gear, be like, wrong bag. Just
Whoops.
hate
Full
when that
speedo.
happens. Yeah. Ooh, don't tempt me. All right. Cup final recap. Game 6. What a game it was. What a series this was. Just before we get into everything, I want to say this is probably one of the best cup finals I have personally watched in the last 10, 15 years, going back that far. But real quick, just how the game went. McKinnon scores Colorado's first tally earlier in the second frame. Ties it up after Stammer gets him going for the Lightning in the first. McKinnon scores 13 goals and 24 points throughout the playoffs. I know that there was some criticism on him for not really scoring towards the tail end of the conference finals into the beginning of the postseason, but he gets one in the clinching game when it matters most. Hats off to him. And I think you could really just see afterwards how much that meant to him. Let's move on. Arturi Lehkonen scores the eventual winner in the second period, giving the Avalanche their first regulation lead since early in game 3. Another monster goal for him once again. Is that like just 2 massive Stanley Cup final goals in a row, I believe, from him in back-to-back years? He had the one with Montreal last year, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And then the conference finals ones too. I mean, you know, we talked about it in our overtime report when Palat was scoring all the big goals for Tampa, but obviously Lehkonen, he's got quite a resume himself of scoring some big goals, not only this postseason, but last year as well. You know, that looks like it was a really good deal at the deadline, and it turned out to pay off real good for Colorado.
Yeah, absolutely. The Avs continued to smother the Lightning going into the third. They outshot the Bolts 30-23. I think the much bigger stat here is that they only allowed 4 shots on goal in that third period.
Did you guys see like the scoring chances stat at one point? It was literally like the Lightning had 1 scoring chance like more than halfway through the game or something like that. And then even I think by the end of the game, they were charted with like 4 or 5 or something insanely low like that.
That third period in game 6 by the Avalanche was probably the most dominant season/cup clinching period I've ever seen. I mean,
on the road too.
They sucked the soul out of the Tampa Bay Lightning. You could see it live. I can't remember who they asked in the post-game presser. I think it was Byram, but he said, we probably played the most perfect period of hockey to close out that series that you could possibly play. And they really did. Tampa had nothing going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and the other thing I'll add is people keep talking about how this team was Joe Sakic's masterpiece. And I think like that final couple periods there is the exact example of that. Like he really did put together a squad that just played so well together. And you really can't criticize anything that the Avalanche did for the last 40 minutes of that game, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. Cale Makar goes on to win the Conn Smythe Trophy as playoff MVP after claiming the Norris already for best defenseman in this league. He now adds that to his resume along with Hobie Baker winner, Stanley Cup champion. Dude's not even 24 years old yet.
A lot of hardware for a young kid.
Yeah, seriously.
He's only the 3rd defenseman in NHL history to win the Conn Smythe and the Norris in the same season. Take a wild guess who those other 2 names are.
I know, so I don't.
Bobby Orr and
Go up one jersey number. Think of 5.
5.
I'm looking at the logo behind you right now.
Oh, that narrows it down a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, try to trick him. Think Michigan,
Think Michigan,
Detroit.
Oh,
Detroit.
Nick
We're
Lindstrom?
talking about a defenseman. Oh,
Yeah,
Lindstrom.
Nick Lidstrom.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the other guy to do it. Not bad company to be in, especially when you can still legally be on your parents' health insurance. So
Yeah,
I'd say
very
that's pretty
true.
good.
Yeah, wow, that's funny.
Yeah.
How about Bednar too? He became the first bench boss to win the Stanley Cup, the Calder Cup, and the Kelly Cup. And I think if I'm not mistaken, he did the Kelly Cup with our beloved South Carolina Stingrays.
He did, yeah. There was a cool picture that they showed last night on the broadcast of that cup-winning team in South Carolina. Funky looking jerseys too. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so happy for not only Bednar, but the 5 Avs guys that were there, 5 years ago when they were in the
Mhm.
basement. And props to the Avs, man. I mean, you see so many teams go through tough periods who just kind of go through a coaching carousel. They stuck with their guns. They didn't make changes. It would have been real easy to do that in the last, 2-3 seasons with some of their failures, but they stuck with it. And, eventually they got it done. It does remind me a little bit of like the Caps, and that they kept that core together for so long, and then they finally got it done.
I was just gonna say that actually. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
But no, let me elaborate a little bit. I kind of thought of that. We all think back to that interview with McKinnon from last year when they get eliminated, and he's just at his breaking point. He's like, it really sucks that I haven't won shit, and like I don't know what he sounded helpless, and it's like it's frustrating to listen to. And like I think a lot of Caps fans went through that again and again and again, where it's like, fuck, like, are we going to break up this group of core guys, or are we just going to run it back and try one more time, even though that hasn't been working? It's like at a certain point, something has to just break, and they were able to finally break through, unless you're the Toronto Maple Leafs. And then,
Wow.
in that point, it's like nothing ever has to break. It could just never break.
Rick is kicking himself.
But no, I truly believe for them too, something eventually has to break. That it always comes in cycles like that. And it was cool to see this Avalanche group finally break through. And I'm glad they didn't bust it open or anything like last year. I think they made the right call. Obviously they made the right call, but
I mean, they almost busted the trophy open.
yep, that's true. Shit. Should we talk about that?
Yeah,
pretty quick. Yeah.
Former Flyer, Nicholas Aube-Kubel, with the classic blunder there by the team photo.
And like I had a bunch of people like text me today, like pictures of that, being like, oh my God, like they like fucked up the trophy. I'm like, do you know what this trophy has seen?
Yeah.
It got stuck at the bottom of someone's swimming pool for 4.5 hours. Like it's gonna be fine.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that thing's been dented 1,000 times. Like they'd fix it up.
They interviewed, I'm forgetting his name right now, and I should know it. But the guy, that follows the cup around.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
The dude with the hair.
Yes, exactly.
And the arms and the legs. Yeah.
People say he's like my dad's doppelganger. They look a little bit alike with like the silver fox
maybe with
energy,
the
like,
hair.
yeah, exactly.
I can see it with the hair.
Yeah.
My dad's been asked before, like, you're that guy that follows the cup around. And he's like, no.
Indirectly, yes, but
yeah, right. No, it follows me, hopefully.
There we go.
I want to ask you guys, what is a moment from this Stanley Cup final that you think you'll remember? Because I saw a clip last night that I think will be mine, and it's not exactly like a lighthearted one.
I know one for sure. The one I'm thinking of is freaking it was Landeskog's skate blade going off, right?
Yeah, that was sick.
And then McKinnon helping him to the bench, and the ref kind of helping them, and them there's like a minute left, and it's just I kept thinking if Doc Emmerich was still commentating for that, he just, what chaos.
Yeah. We definitely missed him.
Landeskog's skate blade is off. McKinnon's helping him to the bench. 50 seconds left. What chaos.
Yeah. That would be amazing. Oh God, you just made me so sad. Nick, what was yours?
I mean, honestly, it's got to be like just watching Eric Johnson and how happy he was to finally get that done after like first overall pick in '06. He's in Colorado for what, 15 years or something like that, or in the league at least for 15 years.
Almost retired last year.
Yeah,
71,
seriously.
too.
And then just to see him bear hug McKinnon, just the two of them, like right after it was over, I was like, that's all you need to see right there. That just says it all, because those two guys have seen that team have so much promise and not deliver. And they've also seen that team be at the bottom of the standings by a mile and a half. So I'm just so happy for them.
Jay, what about you?
I probably have to say Nazem Kadri's goal. I think that was in game 4. That was just
Yeah.
so utterly random. And that's another one where if Doc Eichner is still doing it, it's like, what chaos? Where's the puck?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but
Waffle bordered into the corner.
Yeah. Hey, Scott. Yeah, I need that in my life. Did you guys see the clip? I mean, I would agree the Kadri goal would stick out in my brain the most just because of how weird it was. And you did a great job on the overtime report, saying, ooh, it's like Patrick Kane type from 2010 when they beat the Flyers. It did kind of remind me of that. But did you guys see the clip of Kucherov breaking his stick with 20 seconds left?
And throwing his gloves at the trainer.
Well, that's where I was going. So for all of you who
Oh.
haven't seen the clip, we retweeted it on our Twitter, so you can go find it. Basically, you got under a minute left. If I'm an equipment manager, and I hate to say it, but you got to have a stick ready for one of the 6 guys on the ice. And Kucherov takes a slap shot. It snaps, and he's a stick freak. So I bet you he never touches a power twig again. And he goes back to the bench to get a stick. Nobody had one ready. He kicked the boards, was screaming, like you could see his body like shaking, like, give me a stick. And then he took his glove and threw it at the equipment manager or the trainer. And I think he got off the ice. I'm pretty sure I think he like hopped off the ice and someone else came on. And I was like, I've never seen that before. And I'm not like condoning it. Obviously, it's kind of an asshole move, but like in the heat of the moment, and that's like your job, you kind of can't like fuck that one up. But I don't know.
Yeah, you would just think like 25 seconds left. It would take at least 10 seconds to do any form of change where one player gets off and another player can get on. Why would you not just keep your best player on the ice and basically just have 5 sticks in your hand just in case someone explodes?
Yeah.
My thing too, though, like I totally agree with you. Like the guy has to have a stick ready. But if you look at the clip of him throwing his gloves and just giving up and being like, oh, fuck this, there's like 20 seconds left still. There's not like 5 seconds left. There's like 20 or 25 seconds left. Get in the play, dude. I'm sorry. I don't care if it didn't work. Like
grab one out of your teammate's hands.
Grab some shit or get off and get somebody out. Like that is like, you mailing it in down by 1 goal with 20 seconds left, like you can still score a goal. You can fucking score 2 goals in 20 seconds. Like that's just, I don't know. That bothered me.
I'm thinking back to like playing and like, when you get in intense games, just how chaotic, like you go for the third guy, you go for the second. And it's just like losing your mind. I would love to see like be a fly on the wall on what Cooper was screaming at that moment.
Yeah.
But I saw that online and thought, wow, that's pretty interesting. But yeah, I mean, that pretty much wraps up our game 6 recaps. I think it's worth noting, and we said it on the overtime report, and if you follow us on Twitter, I actually did pretty well to end the playoffs for how shitty I did for overall in the playoffs. Ended up going 3-0 on my last 3 picks. And then last night in game 6 had the under. That was probably easier than Avs money line, to be honest, because you knew that was going to be tight. And then Avs money line too. So that was nice. I was sweating. Sharp Rank gave me a shout out and put me up against some bozo from like some other website, and I was really scared. But you know what? We come in the clutch, and Mac, you had him too.
Yeah, I at least ended Sharp Rank with 1 correct pick. I apologize to anyone out there who might have been following my Sharp Rank picks throughout this postseason because it wasn't too pretty. But hopefully, I'll win you back some money in baseball. We're doing okay over there.
Yeah, you're red hot in baseball right now. I'll give it to you.
Working on it.
I just want to say, since we're doing a little end of year thing, so to end the season, here are the records on Sharp Rank, playoffs and regular season combined. We've got Nick Manella coming in at 48-39 to end the year from November 1st to the playoffs. Not too bad. For me, we got 119-84, not too bad. And then for Mac, we have what, 112 and 98. Not too bad.
Pretty good, boys.
We're still all above 500, right? I mean,
That's
that's
all
like,
that matters.
That's really all you can ask. So,
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah.
And those regular seasons would have made it higher. The playoffs were bad to all of us, I think.
Yeah,
that's fair.
And
especially these playoffs with how crazy everything was.
I also just realized that 25% of Knicks wins were the Columbus Blue Jackets. So that's pretty impressive too.
Yeah. Still haven't lost with them. Just saying.
I'll let you guys chat about the other news up here real quick.
Yeah, just a run through the Hockey Hall of Fame induction class of 2022. We have the Sedin twins along with their former teammate Roberta Luongo, Rika Salonen, the former Finnish female Olympic player, Daniel Alfredson, and then Herb Carnegie goes in as a builder as well. So congratulations to all of them. Any standouts here? I think it probably goes without saying that the Sedins were first ballot Hall of Famers.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was kind of funny seeing some stuff on Twitter, people being like, what if they only nominated like one of them or something like that. But yeah, it's I mean, they were both amazing. Other guys on the list too. I mean, Daniel Alfredson was super fun to watch when I was younger. Obviously Bobby Lou, world-class goalie, and good for Rika Salonen as well.
World-class Twitter follow too, Bobby Lou.
Yep.
Wonder if Alfredson remembers Rick serving his kid beer at the Raptors game. Don't know. We'll see.
We'll have to ask him. The Bruins signed GM Don Sweeney to a multi-year contract extension. And then Jackson, your Blackhawks, hired Luke Richardson as their head coach. He was previously an assistant with the Canadiens for the last 4 seasons and played 1,400 NHL games.
Yeah. I really hadn't heard of him at all before this, but Athletic subscription coming in clutch. I was able to read a piece from Scott Powers and I think Mark Lazarus. I think those were the 2 on there, and a lot of it was really good. They were talking about how when he's with one of the farm teams that Jordan Binnington was on, they did the skates with no pucks, and how that Liv Richardson was doing it with them and everything. So that was really good to see, and the fact that he was essentially just a grinder of a player. He wasn't like a superstar. So they said that like it was a better because he can basically work with anyone except like with the opposite, like Wayne Gretzky when he's with the Yotes. So I'm excited. Hope this guy seems good. I mean, it's got to be anything better than Jeremy Colleton at this point. And thank you, Derek King, for getting us through the rest of the season.
Well said. One last thing I do want to touch on here. How about multi-sport and international superstar Alex Ovechkin signing a 1-day contract to go play soccer with Dynamo Moscow and scoring a goal in a friendly match?
We live in a simulation.
How is that something that I get to say out loud?
That was pretty insane. It makes you wonder. It's like, did they like let this happen? Like, did they?
I mean, it definitely wasn't a competitive match. I mean, it was
Right.
definitely an exhibition match for sure, but
Either way, it's pretty sick.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was
And
maybe even better than the goal.
And I'm
Yeah.
sure a certain Russian president probably pulled headstrings. So let him
Nothing to do
score.
with this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Jay, I think that's a good assessment.
Yeah.
I want to ask you guys because it's crazy to me that we've had 3 seasons now. It feels like we just started this thing yesterday. I can't even believe it. Is there like an episode this year or a moment this season that sticks out to you? Because I was just thinking back about how, when playoffs start, we go into twice a week and we're like, oh my God, like, how are we going to do this? We got 2 time zones, 4 different jobs. We're balancing schedules and caps, pens one night, the other night, Western Conference. It's chaos. But I will not
What
forget.
chaos?
Yeah. What
God
chaos?
damn it.
I will not forget round 1, Depression Day, when you guys went down. You guys lost to Florida when it was 2-1, and I think we lost to the Rangers after game 2. And we all had the
Pretty sure it was
sunglasses on.
only 1-1 for
It was
us.
1-1, and we just ranted, and we got hammered, and I loved every second of it. It was fun. I had a lot of fun that episode.
Wait, was that like, did we do like one before Depression Day, or is that what it actually was, Depression Day?
No, actual Depression Day, I was on vacation. This is when the Pens lost game 2 to the Rangers, and I think the Caps
had just lost game 2 to the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my favorite episode. Easy.
That was a good one. I'm
That
having
was-
trouble like remembering what like interviews were what year and stuff like that.
It
Yeah,
all kind of
that's
blends in,
fair.
huh?
Yeah.
I mean, it's always good talking with Zach. I think our most recent Zach episode was one of my favorites. Just hearing
Yeah.
about, his whole experience actually debuting in the NHL and freaking setting records and, all that normal stuff that normal people do. That was definitely one of my favorite interviews this year.
We went to the Laughlin golf tournament this
That was a
season,
great
That's
time.
true.
which feels like an eternity ago, but we met Garnet, we met Dowd. That was
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
Hopefully we'll be back.
Nick, you and me saw Fucali at
We
the
did. We saw him
preseason.
live. Yeah.
Shit. What else
That-
happened this
It was
year?
a good time.
We did a Pens Caps game in December. That was fun.
We did. Got to fly to Milwaukee this year.
I was
That
going to
a
say, had
ton
a
of
live
fun.
recording in Milwaukee. Can't forget that.
Yeah. Man, we've done a lot this year. It was fun.
Yeah. I still have not touched the equipment bag from that. Don't even feel bad.
Jackson, I have to ask you, joining as the newest member of this podcast and being an intern for a semester, what's your reaction of doing a whole semester with the EB Media LLC?
It was a lot of fun. In the beginning, and especially at least later on, I was able to have more and more fun with the clips and everything.
Oh yeah.
I think my all-time favorite clip, at least during school, was the clip I made when you were talking about the Rangers.
Yeah.
And not only the meme itself, but the fact that I was able to figure out how to do a freeze frame in Premiere.
Yeah, you
Was
did a good job on
insane.
that one. I
Yeah.
was going off for a little bit. That was a rough night. Yeah. All right. You guys got anything else? Because there's one last thing I want to add. Oh, Mac desserts.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah.
How could we forget?
Yeah, let's get to this real quick. So I just want to know, like, what we should probably talk about desserts, just because it's important to know where we all stand as far as that category goes. I want to go last. It's very important actually that I go last. So
Okay.
Anyone you want to go first?
What are we talking about in regards to desserts?
where do you stand?
Like,
What?
okay. Like what's my all right? So my main preference all time, every time is always ice cream.
First of all, everyone, desserts, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
50-50.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Now we can elaborate. Favorites
So-
or any qualms, any general qualms.
So
you have with
hands down,
dessert?
agree with Harry. First move, always ice cream.
Yeah. Like if you choose cake over ice cream, I think that's a little bit of a red flag for me.
Okay. All right.
Why
I'm
not
gonna try to
both?
hold all my comments until the end. It's very
You
important.
can do
Yeah.
hey, if you want to do both, that's fine. But if you
Yeah.
solely choose cake and no ice cream, I think there's a problem there.
Totally
I
agree.
know.
Not a
Oh,
big
no.
cupcake guy. Don't really see the point.
Yeah, but if you made me choose between a cookie and ice cream, I actually don't know what I would choose. That's pretty tough.
See, that's like a different,
Mhm.
like if I
Yeah.
start getting into like my mom's chocolate chip cookies versus like other stuff, now I'm gonna get in trouble. So
Have you guys ever had that chain called Crumbled Cookie? You ever had that?
No.
I don't think
Okay.
so.
I know about it. I have not personally had it.
So I had it for the first time when I was in the Outer Banks like 2 months ago. It's like it's game changing. What did someone? It's
Better
like the
than
duck.
insomnia.
Yeah, it's like the Duck Donuts of cookies.
Okay.
Like if you want a chain, it's not a mom and pop shop, but if you get like a chain and you want like a good gourmet cookie, they're fat. They're a little expensive, but they are fat.
All right, I gotta let loose here. Enough is enough. Here's the scoop. No pun intended.
God damn it.
Scoop ice cream. I don't really fuck with dessert. I kind of do sometimes, like if I'm in the right mood or like if it's the right kind, but there's a few desserts I like never fuck with. And it sounds like Harry, you might even maybe agree with me. Cake can go fuck itself. Fuck a
Yeah.
cake. Icing is terrible. Icing is stupid.
What?
Cupcakes, garbage. No point. No point. What are we doing?
I'm kind of with you.
Cookies, sure. chocolate chip cookie. Sure. That's not really even dessert to me. That's just a cookie. You know?
That's lunch.
just-
What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's just a cookie. So those are good. Ice cream is okay, you know, if it's like hot and it's like coffee ice cream and like no other flavor, but like just that one.
Oh wow.
That's insanely
No
specific.
topping,
Wait,
but,
like
just
so
that.
like you like if I offered you like a bowl of ice cream, like just like vanilla with sprinkles, you would say no.
Vanilla? Fuck no. I don't need no vanilla ice cream. What am I eating?
So,
yogurt?
not
or
even
some shit? Come
chocolate?
on.
Not
Frozen
even, like,
yogurt is
where
a
do-
trick.
Where
That
do you
is
stand
a
on milkshakes?
trick. Milkshakes rock.
Okay,
Milkshakes are
okay.
great. I'll drink a milkshake any day.
I
What
got a
else?
question for
Rita,
you.
Rita's Italian ice, good.
I was
Good.
gonna say, is a snowball a dessert?
Snowball's good. It's kind of
Yeah.
a dessert, but it's fire. It's all. I'd say snowball is almost like a refreshment, if you will.
Oh,
What's your favorite flavor snowball?
This is you're gonna cancel me for this, but
I might.
Ice cream flavor.
Oh my
The
god.
one that's like the clear one that's like literally it's ice cream flavored. That one's insane. It's so good.
Nick, what's your favorite and Jackson favorite snowball flavor?
like I don't know anything other than that.
I feel like
one.
Jackson's not even gonna know what a snowball is. He's gonna be like, "Do you mean
you don't know what a
cone?"
snowball is?
Snowball is a Maryland thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
I've-
shaved ice, like Kona ice? Do they have
Like
those?
I've had like snow cones, which
I think
is
like
basically that.
Yeah.
Same thing.
oh yeah. I mean, I'm always down with like cherry, like a cherry or
Cherry's decent.
strawberry
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
snow cone.
I'm gonna
if-
get judged hard.
If the grape one isn't too much like children's Benadryl, then I like will enjoy it. But if it tastes like children's cough and allergy medicine, then no, thank you.
I'm gonna
I
give
will-
you the best snowball flavor ever.
Okay.
It's actually two. You gotta blend it.
You're totally like a skylight guy or something.
I was a skylight guy, but I'm gonna tell you what's really good. People are gonna freak out. Coconut mixed with spearmint. Don't hate it till you try it. I
Fuck
swear to God.
spearmint, bro. Any
No,
mint
good.
shit that isn't my toothpaste, get out, bro.
No, I'll disagree.
Thin mint,
What?
maybe. Thin
No.
mint, maybe. Everything else,
Mint
crap.
chocolate
Harry.
chip ice cream is good.
Harry,
No.
tell him
Oh.
about what I can do with thin mint ice cream and liquor.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
God.
don't hate it till you try it, or
Have you
you'll
ever-
hate it because you'll try it twice if you catch my drift.
Yeah,
Have you ever had Rumplemints, the freaking mint?
yeah.
I hate
I
that
love
shit.
that stuff.
I
love
hate
mint.
it.
I
It's
love mint.
brutal.
I think
Tastes
we
like
talked more
Santa
about
Claus's
desserts
asshole.
this
Like,
episode
it's
than
just-
hockey.
It literally does.
Yeah.
It literally does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like don't get me wrong, like I love Rumplemints, but like
No, I don't.
There's, like,
I hate it.
there's a point in your life when you're like, yes, I am now too old for Rumplemints.
My
Like,
friends know I hate it, and because it's just a clear liquor, like they'll be like, "Come on, I'll buy you a shot," and I'll be like, "Okay." And if I'm like not paying attention when they're ordering it, they'll order 2 shots of Rumplements, and then they'll be like, "It's tequila," and I love tequila, and I'm like, "Oh,
So-
Blanco, give me that."
You don't like mint flavored stuff.
No, unless it's my toothpaste.
What do you think about the chipwiches, like the ice cream chipwiches?
Fuck out of here.
what?
The
You don't
Toll
like
House
ice cream?
ones? Or
What?
The Nestle
The
ones?
only ice cream sandwich is just the regular
Oh, Mac.
brown with the vanilla ice cream, you know.
Dude, like the Nestle one with the yellow wrapper. Like I
That
don't-
one is
Eh.
like,
Eh.
it's crack.
yeah.
The I
seriously.
will say the SpongeBob pop from an ice cream truck, kind of fire.
Okay,
kinda
if we're
fire.
gonna go like
Not the
dessert based
gumball
off of
eyes,
like
though.
good
Get outta
humor
here.
ice cream truck, then like I feel like we need to start over because Choco Taco absolutely
I knew somebody
belongs
was
in
gonna
this
bring that guy
conversation.
up. Okay, what about you know what? Drumsticks are kind of good. Drumsticks are kind of good.
How many people do you think are still listening?
None. 4.
Okay, hold on.
These
One
4.
more before we lose every last listener. One more really important topic of discussion in this category.
Okay.
Pie, because that's actually the one dessert that I actually kind of do like. I love a good I love pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving. Love a good pecan pie, apple pie.
You ever had chocolate pie?
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
Key lime pie I love.
Hard to beat
Love
a good
key lime
one.
pie. Yeah.
Key lime ice cream, key lime pie ice cream,
Or like a
is
lime
amazing.
juice bar, like
Mm.
something like that. Like those are
Mm.
fire. Margarita
Wow.
Mac, you know.
We might need to change from sports to like a culinary type
Yeah,
podcast.
we have a lot to
be
say.
food critics.
Yeah.
Like these
Yeah.
muffins are bad. Boom. Next.
I don't
Just
think
start
we
eating
can-
ice cream out of hockey helmets.
Bang.
That
Exactly.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. Unfortunately, there's like not a lot to talk about. Like, yeah, they won the cup, but it's like, what else do you want us to say?
Like,
Right.
we have to wait and see what they do for this parade.
Yeah,
True.
well, yeah, we'll get more content out of the parade. So last thing, I didn't see a lot of like locker room clips go viral. You always get that every year, I feel like.
Saw a couple, just like the usual, where it's like they're first bringing the cup in and it just
Yeah.
sounds like noise. But
Well, I saw the NHL trying to be all quirky and be like, "Oh my God, we put cameras on the Avalanche champagne bottles, and look what happened." And it's just a bunch of like really blurry photos of like Cale Makar being like, "Ah."
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't in the locker room, but the one viral clip I saw was Landeskog saying like, it's a copycat league. What was everyone going to do? And it's like everyone about to find a Cale Makar
Yeah,
fast.
I saw
Yeah.
that too.
And the
That's
city of
true.
Philadelphia was kicking itself and trying to kill Ron Hextall. So yeah.
Oh man.
Wait, I need a
Oh,
quick
man.
backstory on this because I'm not aware.
I think that was the Nolan Patrick draft, if I'm not mistaken. They took the Nolan Patrick over
The amount of players that got taken before him versus
Yeah.
like
Three.
what he ended up being.
It's
It's just
awkward.
like, yeah, it's bad.
Who is the three before him? Because I think Kale was fourth. It was Patrick,
What year was it?
Hold on.
Heischer, and
2017.
Who was the second one? It was
So-
Heischer, someone, Nolan Patrick, and then Kale McCarr. I can't remember who was after Heischer. Was it
2017.
Kako?
No, Miro Heiskanen.
He
Still,
was
though.
so good for like a year.
I
and
know.
So those three went above Kale, which is kind
Yes.
of insane. Like he's infinitely better than all three of them combined.
Yeah,
But
seriously,
Yeah.
that's a no-brainer.
But yeah. All right.
Well, I would love to have Nick dismiss this class, but unfortunately, I can't let him do that just yet because I still need to remind you that this season, every single one of our picks were powered by SharpRank, and SharpRank created the first ever cross sports rating system, ranking bettors from any sport on one leaderboard that anyone can dominate, even you. SharpRank is backed by some of the biggest names in the sports gambling world, such as BetMGM, Betway, and Sports Illustrated. Download the free app for iPhone and Android today. Does anyone else have anything interesting to say about any other things or brands that we like or support?
You know, it was
Oh.
a really long season.
Yeah.
I think one of my good buddies on this show can tell you how you can recover better this offseason.
Yeah. If you
Okay.
want to recover like us, then take a page out of our book from Kane Footwear. Kane Footwear is changing the game by providing a unique shoe based on recovering while being made from sustainable materials. Jay, hold that up one more time. The Cane Revive is made with bounce back foam created from Brazilian sugarcane, a renewable resource. Sugarcane helps reduce greenhouse gases by capturing CO2 as it grows. Cane's unique bounce back foam provides the ideal balance of cushioning and support to help the body renew. Head to the link in our bio today to grab a pair of the most comfortable shoes you will ever own. Boys, Kane Footwear is absolutely fantastic. Raving reviews from friends and family.
One quick note on Kane, and then we can actually get out of here. I went camping this past weekend with my dad in Southern Illinois, and it rained really hard one night that we were there. And right before we got in the tent, it was not raining. Right, we're going to bed, and I was like, I'm just gonna leave my shoes like outside of the tent and whatever. Just go to bed, wake up. It's, soaking wet outside. I'm dry because I'm in the tent. My dad had also left his shoes outside of the tent, but he just had like sneakers. I had my Canes, right? So we wake up. It had poured all night long. And my dad is like, oh, we made a classic blunder of leaving our shoes outside the tent last night. And now they're both soaking wet. And I was like, oh, really? Is that so? And I looked at him and I picked up my Canes and I just dumped them out and put them right back on my feet. And he was like, fuck. And they dried out in like 30 minutes and I had zero problems after that. And
Hell yeah.
I wore them
Don't take
today
mine off.
and you wouldn't even know that they got soaking wet over the weekend. So
Link in our social media profiles to purchase, please. That is how we can, get supported here. So use it through our link. You can find it in our social bios. All right, everybody. Third season in the books. We'll be back next week to kind of do a full-blown season recap. Then we're going to go a little MIA, kind of recharge the batteries, relax, refresh. I think we're all going to be at the ocean this weekend, so that could get chaotic.
Downy Ocean, huh?
Downy-o.
Yeah, Jackson, we got to get you to Maryland so you can start saying that. It's a good time.
Start crabbing too.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we'll be back next week. And then after that, like I said, take a little break. But until then, thanks so much for enjoying this season with us, following us, betting with us, listening to us. We really do appreciate every single listener, subscriber, follower, you name it. It means a lot to us. We put our heart and souls into this thing, and it's a big commitment, and we love doing it. And it's crazy. I can't believe it's been 3 years. We've come a long way
Same.
from Nick's business apartment, rental house that we never actually rented and got away with doing it after 8 p.m. and slugging beers all day. So that was fun.
Yeah.
But thank you everybody for listening. We appreciate the love and support. And without further ado,
Class dismissed.